AFTV, Helen, first preseason game out of the way. Didn't start in the best of ways, but listen, it's the first preseason game. There was a lot of players in there that might not make it to the next season, the 2022-23 season. But the second half, Gabriel Jesus coming on, it really did change things, and a great debut for him. General thoughts?
General thoughts are, it was good to see them, Jesus, firstly, our new signing. I like the interaction with him and Eddie, because for me, that's what I'm looking for right now. Whether, obviously, you want him to come on and score loads of goals, you want to win because you always want your team to win, but it's not a competitive match. This is just a pre-season game to start rebuilding, getting the team ready for the coming season. So I'm looking at, what do I want to see? I want to see the communication. I want to see body language. I want to see fitness. I want to chemistry. Yeah. I'm looking at things like that in a friendly game. And at the beginning, wow,
we didn't see much of it.
None of that. But obviously, we take it all into context. Most of the players that started in the lineup are players that are probably going to either be sold, go out on loan, I hope.
Or on the fringes.
Definitely not the starting lineup. Mm-hmm. So I just erase that part. But then when Tierney came off first after about 30 minutes, I think. So I'm hoping that was purely just he needed a little run and that was it. And Jesus, Gabby Martinelli, their link up, their communication. For me, I was seeing a lot of good, positive interaction and play. So they've clearly played together before. And even if they haven't, that's fine, because it all looks very organic and natural.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Eddie Nketiah, and in the first half, Eddie was, quite poor. The whole squad, the whole first 11 was poor in that first half. But when Jesus come on, you mentioned the chemistry between them, and it opened up some areas for Eddie to really thrive in. And there was a few moments in that second half that, towards the end of last season, we saw bits from Eddie, especially the way he turns on the ball, and he's got a bit of pace about him.
He's got that change of pace as well.
We saw that in the second half more and more, with Jesus coming on and taking the attention away, defenders focusing on him.
Yeah. And that's all we want. I mean, even today, the first goal was Jesus starting that attack, playing the ball over to Eddie then playing it back to him to finish. That for me was brilliant. That's what I want to see. Even, I think the second goal or the third goal again was Eddie hitting
First own goal, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, the own goal. Yeah. But again, the positioning, it was Eddie taking a strike, hitting the corner post, the crossbar, or it was right in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
The rebound that came off, Jesus was in the right area. In those games last season, when that was happening, I'm looking and there was like, we've got no players there. So the fact that he's in the right areas, for me, he's just like an instinctive kind of striker. And that's what I want to see. I just want to see them all pulling in and out, playing as a team, playing for each other, and building off that.
Yeah, and talking about building off that, we go to America soon. We've got Everton in Baltimore on the 17th, I believe, before we go to Orlando to face Orlando and Chelsea. What do you want to see done at Arsenal in between now and the American pre-season tour? I know, we need to sell a few players, but in terms of incomings, we also need a few to still come in. How many players do you think we need before that tour starts?
Oh, don't ask me that. I'll be like saying 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
In an ideal world.
Realistically, then?
Realistically, at least 4. Can we get 4 in? No, probably not. That, no. Definitely not. Can we get 1 in? It's only next week.
It's a stretch.
It's a stretch, but I'm hoping this week we're going to have some good news. I've been hearing Romano, Fabrizio.
Yeah,
Is it Fabrizio?
Fabrizio.
You know who I'm on about. Yeah, that's it, Fabrizios. Basically, he's been saying 2 players potentially. So if the rumours are to be believed, and if the business can be done, I'm hoping we've got another 2 midfielders coming in. I'm hoping that one of them's Tielemans. Mm-hmm. I could be just being really, hopeful.
So I'll take that.
But we've been having rumours about him since January, apparently. So hopefully that is all real and that happens. And there's the guy from Lazio.
Milinkovic-Savic.
That's it, Savic. So I would be happy if we got those 2 in. Genuinely, that would be, for me, realistic. We need another striker. I'm not sure who's linked every day. There's someone new. I don't know if I would like us to go in with 1 more striker into the season, ideally. It won't be to America.
And I hope we get to see Vieira come the American tour as well, because today we tend to forget now we got the result in the second half, Jesus performing well, that there's still a new signing that we're still yet to see.
Yeah, and he'll be there in America. I'm sure he'll be featured like 100% at some point. I think today was more, I don't know, I looked at it, if it was me, I'm not a manager, but if I was the manager, I'm thinking, right, let me play the players I kind of want to put in the shop window, who I want to potentially sell, if I can, or loan out. And I believe that's how he started the team. Today wasn't really a day to really showcase necessarily Jesus, but it was give him a run, let him have a little kickabout. For me, it was just like a little kickabout for him. In terms of Vieira, I don't think he was required because I think potentially you want to get the players out on loan as quick as possible or gone or however, because that is important, not for the money, but just so then you can show you're working with the players that are your players, your team. So we'll see.
We'll see. Thank you, Helen.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.